Open Instagram right now, and you will see a cold war being fought in the comments section. On one side, you have the modern high-value movement. We've all seen the viral clips.
Would you date a guy that makes $75K a year?
Probably not. You have to make more money than me.
How much should a guy make for you to date him seriously?
In New York City, probably like a good 250 to 300K.
I want a guy that makes 200K a month.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Would you?
I mean, like, 200K is like a lot of money. Like, my dad makes 200K.
That's such a hardworking dad. Like, we live in a whole different generation.
That's true. It's easy to make money now.
It's easy to make money now, is it?
Why I don't believe in coffee dates, why they are a waste of time. Do not go on a coffee date.
It's extremely low effort, low value. And ironically, it benefits the man and not the woman or the connection.
The expectation is clear. In the era of hypergamy, generous provision is not a bonus. It is the bare minimum for entry.
For example, let's say there's a guy who he lived in his mom's basement, smoked weed every day, played video games, didn't have a job, the whole meme, whatever. And he was like, you know what? I'm delusional. I will only date like a 10 out of 10 Victoria's Secret model. Do you think like he's gonna get her? Let's say there's a lot of men who also think like him, who are in his exact same position. And say they also want to have kids and get married. And they're like, but I'm not settling unless I get that Victoria's Secret model. Do you think he's gonna ever have kids and get married?
Well, how is that my problem?
I'm not asking whether it's your problem or not.
Do I think he's ever going to have kids? No, probably not, but that's not my problem.
On the other side, you have the cynical male response, the passport bro detectives. Men have become hyper-vigilant, scanning profiles for the passport stamp red flag. The running joke is brutal but specific. If she is in Dubai on a Tuesday watching the F1 race from a yacht and she isn't a flight attendant, whose luggage is she?
I don't like traveling the world with women. I think it's one of the most frustrating things a man can possibly. Imagine you had to travel around the world and you had to take a 3-year-old. It's exactly the same with a chick. It's all, I need food, I need water, where's my stuff? My case is 55 kilo. Oh, I forgot this foundation, I need to find this foundation. It's horrible.
Men see these stamps not as travel goals, but as receipts. To them, a woman constantly on vacation with no visible job isn't successful. She's a beneficiary of a hidden transaction.
What age do you want your guy to be?
So 20 to 25.
20 to 25?
Yeah.
Minimum income, like what's the least you can make?
500K.
Wait, what? 500?
500K. Let's do like 200. Let's do
200K?
Yeah.
200K.
500 is pushing it, right?
All right, so your man falls in at 0.023%, so you're pretty delusional. You're not gonna find a guy like that.
I'm delusional.
It is a collision of two delusions. She believes the luxury is a testament to her worth. He believes the luxury is evidence of a service rendered. But before we dissect the machinery of this economy, we need a crucial disclaimer. We are not talking about the corporate executive, the entrepreneur, or the woman who worked hard to fund her own trips. We respect that woman. We are investigating the ghost income economy. The 22-year-old with no LinkedIn, no 9-to-5, no business entity, yet she practically lives at the Four Seasons. Her Instagram is a parade of penthouses funded by persons unknown. Who is picking up the tab? And more importantly, what happens when the bill comes due? To understand the rules of this shadow economy, we have to look at what happens when someone says the quiet part out loud.
When women put out an idea that they have these unrealistic expectations of men is because they're into escorting culture. You and your homegirls are into escorting culture. Did you escort recently for Trippie Redd? I'm here to hopefully have a conversation that we can make a conclusion.
No. Why is that even coming out your mouth? It's 20 different girls on that trip.
Enter DJ Akademiks versus SummyahMarie. This wasn't a breakup. It was a war over definitions. It started when Summyah and her friends went viral for stating their bare minimum requirements. He needs to make 6 figures a month. But the spark that lit the fire was her connection to rapper Trippie Redd. When news broke that she had been flown out by Trippie Redd, Akademiks weighed in with a brutal assessment. He didn't call it a date. He didn't call it romance. He called her an escort. And that word caused a nuclear meltdown.
Why do you care so much? You're fascinated. It's like, okay, post it just like the other blog pages, but you're fascinated with this shit. Does this shit get you off? I'm confused.
The main thing that I spoke about is this idea of the culture of women claiming these are the guys they're into, flexing and showing off these type of experiences, and then trying to act like it's not what we all know what it is, right?
I take pictures everywhere, gang. You're a loser. Like, this is loser shit. Don't get up on the net and do shit like that. You're a fucking loser, bro. Like, come on, bro.
This is why they call themselves models.
Why did this strike such a nerve? Because academics attack the most valuable asset in the flyout economy, the illusion. Academics argued that if your time has a price tag, whether that price is cash, a flight, or access to a lifestyle, then you are a service provider. He argued that demanding a six-figure earner to fund your lifestyle isn't a standard, it is a rate card. To him, if you are being flown out by a rapper just to look good next to him, the transaction is clear. Summyah fought back furiously. She rejected the label. In her mind, demanding high-value treatment is just dating up. She argued that she is a successful woman with standards, and being courted by wealthy men doesn't make her an employee. She felt insulted because he stripped away the romance and left only the economics. This argument wasn't about Trippie Redd. It was about plausible deniability. The entire flyout ecosystem relies on the pretense that this is just dating. When Akademiks applied the Escort label, he shattered that pretense. He forced the audience to ask, what is the actual difference between a woman who demands $5,000 in cash and a woman who demands a $5,000 flight? We used to think this economy ran on DMs. We were wrong. DMs are for amateurs. The professionals use a middleman. Enter the image agency. On Instagram, they look like legitimate modeling agencies. They promise casting calls for music videos and brand trips. But in reality, many of them are brokerage firms for intimacy. They don't book photo shoots, they book atmosphere. A wealthy client, a Premier League footballer, a rapper, a CEO, doesn't have time to scroll Instagram. He calls an agent and places an order. I need 5 models for a weekend in Mykonos. Specific look, no phones. The agency fulfills the order. The models are flown out under the guise of work, but the job description is simply availability. Look at the scandal that exposed the price tag on introductions. We saw a massive public fallout involving the rapper Saweetie, Manchester United star Jadon Sancho, and an industry manager named Maybach May. May took to the internet to expose a debt, but she wasn't claiming unpaid royalties for a song. She claimed she was owed a finder's fee for introducing Saweetie to Sancho. Think about what that implies. A manager felt legally entitled to a commission because she facilitated a date. She treated the romantic connection between 2 celebrities as a billable transaction. When Saweetie allegedly didn't pay the fee, the manager blew the whistle.
Saweetie owes her madam money because she introduced you to this gentleman, took you to the game, made the link. She's accusing Saweetie of falling in love with homeboy, making the subject her boyfriend, running off and not paying her madam. The madam is making it sound like they have done this quite a bit. And she's saying, if you don't pay me my money, then we're gonna have some real discussions on this timeline about all the business I brought your way.
This is the Redline. In the civilian world, introducing 2 friends is a favor. In the flyout economy, it is a service. The agent acts as the pimp, the model is the package, the introduction fee is the cut, and the client is the trick. We have to define the terms because the distinction is everything. First, there is hard escorting. Here is $1,000 for 1 hour. This is the black and white transaction. It is taboo. It is illegal in many places. Most influencers would be offended if you offered this. Then there is soft escorting. Here is a flight to Miami, a suite at the Saweetie, and a shopping spree at Bal Harbour. The outcome is identical, resources exchanged for intimacy, but the delivery method is different. Instead of an envelope of cash, the payment is laundered through lifestyle. Why is this the preferred model? Plausible deniability. It allows both parties to lie to themselves. She can tell her followers and herself, I'm not selling myself, I'm just dating a rich guy who likes to spoil me. He can tell his ego, I didn't pay for it, I just have riz. It is a mutual delusion. But the trap is that wrapping the transaction in romance doesn't change the economic reality. As one insider put it, the line between sugar dating and sex work is non-existent. It's just about whether you want the cash up front or the bag afterwards.
Do you tip your side piece? If you're cheating on your significant other, do you leave money?
What's a side piece? That's a prostitute.
What's that?
A prostitute.
No, it's kind of, listen, and I'm not condoning this, and this is not a sponsorship play, but you give her money to go, do something is that a sugar mama or sugar daddy?
I don't know, but where do you sign up?
just because it's not direct payment,
I hear it.
doesn't mean that it isn't basically what you're doing. You're
So
giving
if they're
me
buying you stuff.
If I'm buying you gifts in exchange.
That's a sugar daddy.
That's not
That's a sugar daddy. Glorified.
But here's the catch. Not every pretty girl can survive this lifestyle. It requires a specific set of skills. This is why you see the same 20 women on every rapper's yacht. Have you ever noticed that Lil Baby, Future, and Drake, men with millions of female fans, all seem to circle the same small roster of Instagram baddies? It's not a coincidence. It's an incestuous loop. Why? Because being a professional girlfriend is a skilled trade. These women have the resume. They sign the NDA without asking questions. They hand over their phones at the door. They know how to be furniture in the studio, seen but not heard. When the wife or the main chick FaceTimes, they know how to disappear into the bathroom. The industry relies on the pros. It becomes a referral network. One rapper passes her to the next because she is vetted. She knows the drill. But what happens when the referral network stops calling? The lifestyle is addictive, but like any drug, the come down is brutal. When you age out of the flyout demographic, you don't just lose the trips, you lose your ability to be happy. All parties eventually end, and for the women of the flyout economy, the hangover is permanent. It starts with the dopamine crash. Once you have flown private to Turks and Caicos at 22, a regular date at Chili's feels like an insult. You have acquired the taste of a billionaire's wife with the budget of a college student. A hardworking accountant making $80,000 a year cannot compete with the ghost of your past. You view his Honda Accord as a failure, even if he is a good man. So where do they go when the billionaires move on to the new 21-year-olds? We are seeing a tragic pivot, the reverse cougar. Look at Drea Michelle. At 39, she began dating 22-year-old NBA player Jalen Green, a man the same age as her son. Look at Keke Palmer facing backlash for dating a much younger streamer Plaqueboy Max. Why does this happen? Because they are priced out of the reality market. They spent their prime years chasing older, powerful men. Now, unable to pair with their economic equals, they chase younger men they can control. It is a desperate attempt to maintain the power dynamic they lost, from being the young commodity to the old sponsor. It is a full circle tragedy.
It's likely not going to work out as a relationship, right? How can you be in a committed long-term relationship with a woman that's 17 years older than you? How can you be in a committed long-term relationship with a woman who has a child that is your age, that is your peer? My dude, like, you gotta fight me every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm coming to, like, I'm not coming to the functions, right? Because you gotta see me every day. If you're my age, if I'm 22 years old, you're my age, and you seated my mom, bro, you gotta fight me every day you see me. I'm never gonna be cool with that.
The flyout economy is a cautionary tale of unspoken contracts and unintended consequences. It is a shadow market where intimacy is industrialized and human connection is itemized on a receipt. The women feel scammed when the lifestyle ends. The men feel scammed when the fantasy breaks. But the biggest lesson is this: if you treat dating like a marketplace, don't be surprised when you feel sold. As Future said, "I'm good, love. Enjoy." This is Redline Theory. I'll see you in the comment.